faster than someone back there. Brisbane had fast-moving defence, but even if they hadn't, they still would have probably been making contact around about the advantage line. All right, so another thing I've got here is make the defence work and think. I'll just put in brackets here. Someone mentioned yesterday, I think Carlo mentioned about the big forward that can hit. If you run at him once, he'll hit you. You run at him twice, he'll probably hit you a second or third time, he'll probably struggle to get back on side. So things like that. What I mean by making the defence work and think is that you don't want to, on every play, you should try and force the opposition to have an adjustment in their defensive line. Very simply, if that's the defence here, I'll just do it. Okay, and this guy picks the ball up from dummy half, and you see all the time when he runs here, and these two blokes tackle him, and they go marker. You haven't caused an adjustment in their defence. So all these blokes have had to do is move up and move back and maybe adjust a fraction. Probably not at all. Okay? As opposed to, this is a very simple example. This bloke runs from dummy half and he runs out and gets out to here and forces these two blokes to make the tackle, and they go marker. These two go back in the line. That's the sideline. Someone from here has to go over there. Okay. So you caused an adjustment in their defence. So that's a good example, a simple example of two dummy half runs. One that runs there, gets tackled by the markers, or one that runs away from the markers and forces defenders out of the line to make the tackle. Okay? So that's what I mean by making them work, and then obviously making them think what they have to do. Because if they're just moving up and moving back, and moving up and moving back, they don't have to think. And we know when players, when they get tired, they stop thinking. The other thing I've got here is going lateral field position. Everyone talks about going up the field, but it's important to remember that one of the things that Wynnum as a club in 2006 were very poor at, when they're coming out of their own end, quite often when it was time to kick, they ended up over in these parts of the field, which is not good field position lateral, is it, for a kick? Because what the chances are that you're going to do a poor kick. So say you're kicking from here, 10 metres in from touch, the only place you can kick the ball is in that direction, safely. If you've got a really good kicker, you can try and kick it down there, but it's pretty difficult. You're kicking the ball out here to a fullback who'll probably catch it on the full, and then he's running back, probably getting back almost to where you kicked it from. And then all of a sudden, one or two plays you're defending in your own half again. And ideally, you need to end up in this middle section of the field. And we had a call for it, and everything at Wynnum will get to the bay, So, that's important, lateral field position, whether you're coming out of your own end, or if you're at the other end of the field, what you're trying to achieve. And everyone talks about different field positions. I think the 20-metre lines are a great innovation, not to put the scrums there, but to work off, to give the player some sort of target. Okay, so if you like, most coaches probably got three primary places they want to attack from at that end, which is probably the middle and then left or right. As I said, this is just, you might have some different things. So lateral field position is important whether you're attacking or defending, coming in attacking position or a defensive position. All right, support the ball carrier. I'll just put in here, decoy options. And then a little, you've probably heard people say this, but I think it's a good one, run in numbers. Alright, so it's important that when the whoever's carrying the ball forward, we refer back to the under 16 game, someone said, run on one out. How easy that is for the defence. As I said, they don't have to work too hard, and they certainly don't have to think. If you look up, there's one bloke running at the ball, and I'm defending there, and he's running over there. Normally, if they're running in numbers, I couldn't be involved in the tackle. I look up and think, oh, this is beautiful, so I'll go in and be the third or fourth bloke into the tackle. Okay, and because you get those numbers in, it's a slow play of the ball, which gives you time to adjust if you need to. I've got time to get off the tackle and come back into my position, wherever that might be. Alright. Decoy options. Thing that I learned from a coach in England is that should ever be a decoy. I always had players that I had blokes already do all the decoys, what you have to do, and I used to always say, try and run what you're going to get the ball. And then this particular guy just said to me one day, he said, no one should be a decoy, everyone should be an option. I thought, well, that's how you get them to run like they're going to get the ball. If they don't know they're not going to get it, they're going to run like they're going to get it, aren't they? If I say to a player, you're a decoy, he's going to run through like a decoy, probably pull up short of the line, not look like he's, probably won't even look at the ball. If I say you're an option runner, you might get it. This is where on this play we've got this option, we've got that option. You might get it, he's going to run expecting the ball, so to the defence, that's going to look like he's going to get it. So that's something that I've learned. It's a terminology, I suppose. But everyone should be an option. So for example, if you're running, someone mentioned a simple block play, Jace mentioned a simple block play, I assume it's similar. This guy's running and angling in, and this guy's running there, and the ball's going to him. All you're trying to do is pull that defender in there. If you do that play a number of times, then all of a sudden you hit this play, and that defender hasn't taken that decoy. He becomes an option. He punches in here. Well, that's what you're looking for. And a lot of players are reluctant to be decoy runners. If you tell them they're an option, they'll run. All right. So I think Mark mentioned completing sets. Complete sets. I'm running out of room here. Right. I'll just move over here. Processes and methods. We know that in the modern game, we have to turn the ball over, don't we? We get 6 tackles and then we've got to give it away, usually. So one of your ingredients here, or your processes, should be to turn the ball over positively on your terms. Alright? Turn the ball over positively. So at the end of the set of 6 or whatever, you should have a plan, or part of your plan should be, put the ball in a certain part of the field, on your terms. What tends to happen, a lot of these teams just get to the last tackle and they think kick and they kick it. There's not much thought about it. And then if we have that, what we want is a good kick and chase. Good kick and chase game. So they're, in my opinion, some of the processes and methods to achieve these goals. Anyone got anything else? Alright, down here in this area here, what I call the essential skills. And this is some of the stuff that somebody's brought out before. Alright, so this is our goals here. This is our process, some of the processes and methods that we have to have. Now we need some essential skills so that we can do that, so we can achieve that. Do you want to follow that? Alright, so what's some of the essential skills in attack play?
Dummy up pass.
Yep, so dummy half play. So I'll say dummy half play because dummy half running is a very important skill as well. Yep, I've got here good catch, pass, carry. And in brackets I've got ball security. This is something that we often forget about. In the tackle and to play the ball. A lot of errors in the modern game happen when blokes getting up to play the ball. Ball comes loose. So poor ball security. How many of us as coaches spend time on how teaching players how to regain their feet and play the ball safely? Probably not a lot of us. Concentrate on blokes hitting and dropping and footwork at the line, and then we forget about this part. So a bloke might make a really good run, he might have some option runners, he gets tackled, gets good body position, hits the ground, gets up and play the ball and drops it. It's all wasted, isn't it? What else? Run good lines I've got here. Terminology everyone talks about these days. It's all about footwork, speed, basic skills. That's what I think running good lines is. Okay. Another essential ingredient is communication. And Jason mentioned yesterday that